Welcome to another session of Endless Space. Continuing our Riftborn playthrough at turn 60 on Endless difficulty. I managed to convert all my troops to tanks. Make sure to upgrade them. Obviously the titanium cost is still not something you want to pay because of compression singularities. So, in the last couple of episodes we waged war against the Surfons, partly to claim some systems in this area. I feel like we were getting pushed out by the other factions. This is kind of a weird spot. We started in a very cramped situation, sandwiched between two empires. Normally I'd want to avoid conflict in the opening turns, and it may have set us back a little bit economically. But we'll see how things develop. Funny, I intended this playthrough to be like extremely standard economic stuff, but it turned out to be pretty fun either way. Alright. Perhaps it's best to grow compression singularities in systems that can afford the setback. So, let's do that. Make sure to always... I haven't always done this consistently, but make sure to have compression singularity active as often as you can. People are still getting happiness from calling their base, so I think beachhead bylaw still needs to be active. Wait, let's see what happens. No, this stays. Oh, I could have deactivated a while ago. But we still have to complete this quest. And I suspect this place isn't going to do it. I'm not actually sure. Let's try and make it work. Let's actually get level 2 modernization and see if that affects it, and if not, we're making a new colony. In the meantime, we need to think about what other law we want to activate. Mineral Misers increases our strategic resource output and increases our industry. So this is probably worth getting, although the upkeep cost is quite high, and we probably want to make new diplomacy the next bit. We don't want to reduce the happiness at the moment, so how about brains of a bucks? We don't need the money that much, and we also want some science. Marketplace, we can think about picking up a new hero in this guy, or this robot, is an overseer, so those are always good governors. If we look at the abilities, bonus food, we don't care, but extra happiness per population, very nice. Minus dust costs, extra industry, extra resources, extra expansion disapproval, reduction, bean counter. So that's pretty good. Let's sell some more Hyperium. We can also think about this hero if we want. Really, you can never have too many governors. At least not in my way of thinking about the game. So we just place that character there. Go to Deneb. We can use Luxury Lottery. That will give us 10 happiness in the system, which is not bad. And most of the unhappiness is coming from ownership, and actually overcolonization is a big deal at the moment. But we're hopefully getting text that will help us with that. Next turn we can pick up Culture and Shock, and we already have warships, so... Normally I'd go for the Hunter class, but it's just so slow in its own that I'd prefer to pick up the more well-rounded Coordinator class. Only on Riftborn though. Mostly we go for Hunter first. At least I think so. So, now we have the tanks ready. We want to draft to protect the system. Let's watch the ground battle. You can see what it's like. It's fully automated like the space battle. Which is kind of a missed opportunity, I think. I wish there could have been like tactical elements. Though, in Endless Legend, the tactical elements were kind of annoying, because the interface isn't that great. Or at least it's kind of confusing. Okay, those are Guiding Empire soldiers. Riftborn tanks are actually really funny. Okay. So there we lost. You can see the attack animations just play out. And they're going Guerrilla. We can get our fleet here in 2 turns. And at that point, we should keep building machine embodiments so we can continue to draft. We want to discourage the duel for the happiness boost. We don't. I mean, the boost to the party is nice, but currently we're struggling a bit with happiness because we colonized a bunch of new places. I mean, we negotiated for them in a true settlement. And actually, I thought about this a bit after the last round, but I think I want to make peace with the Sophons. Of our two options, Sophons and the Volters, Sophons are more powerful, more likely to be able to affect the course of the game. And we really want to challenge Yellow as our biggest competitor. I mean, Pink, we're close enough to Pink that it doesn't really matter. But we really want to set ourselves into a position to take out the strongest empire, which is Yellow. Once we get our fleets over there and get our production online, we will easily crush Purple. So I'm not worried about any of those other factions. We could keep fighting Orange late in the game, but I think I'd rather make an ally with Orange and then gang up on Yellow. We can always make an ally with Red later, and then use Red's teleporters to propel our fleets. That's the really appealing thing about making an ally with Red. Hopefully we can do both, but again, influence is something we're normally taxed on. We're actually getting more influence buildings. Remember, always get more influence production when your borders are close to another faction, because that way you reduce this mechanic, pressure trend. See, their pressure trend is stronger than us because our borders match. And once your pressure trend gets high enough, you can start making demands on other factions. Like an ultimatum, basically. It's a kind of diplomatic way of gaining leverage on another faction. And it's really important if you don't plan to wipe out every faction that opposes you. If you're playing like, I don't know, Cravers or something, this doesn't really matter as much. We could have saved up dust for this, but this is extremely... Maybe we should have put points in this earlier. But I want to keep going Industrialist, so at some point I can pick up Work Not Shirk. And this hero is obviously very nice with Industrialist. There's some sort of... He has some global bonuses that apply to all planets in all systems, if he's the governor, or if he's the senator, sorry. And those include extra strategics and luxury resources, and they also include extra industry later in the game. So I want to just make sure that he stays there, and I also want to go towards Work Not Shirk. Other laws, I'm fine with picking them up, but I'm just going to stick with Industrialists in this playthrough. It's possible there's another way to go about it. Laws are not really my forte. So we have lower fleet cost and fleet fortitude. This would be nice if we start mass producing ships. And I believe the ratio hero probably has some system or global bonuses. And fleet fortitude is also nice if we want to fight. I don't know if it's going to be that bad that we have to put points into it. Oh, it did work. Nice. So we completed the quest, and that means we get a new hero. Probably want to make him an admiral, actually. I'll show you in a moment. Bonus resources. Overall. No, wait. The positive multiplier overall is the same, and that gives a happiness bonus on the system. That's interesting. Let's look at our system. How happy are these people? Pretty happy. We don't need to prioritize that. Industry. My priorities are clearly in order. We picked up Anna Jinx for the quest. I'll show you just now. And the pirate fleets are coming. This is other quests. Okay, we're intrusive though. Alright. This is complete overload of quests. Don't want to watch that. That was a draw. Our tanks are still holding firm. We're going to put on Indris. That's one of our stronger systems. Again, it's that beautiful unique planet. That doesn't seem like we have to change the board order that much at the moment. So, since this is happiness, we're not really into that at the moment. Nor we into this. We probably want to pick up either this for extra industry. I mean, it's very nice. Bonus. Or we can go for extra science. We probably want both at some point. let's stick with the industry for now. It's probably less important. I mean, you can never have too much industry. Never. They're lying to you. They say they. Alright. Let's put this ahead. So let's look up our quest first. Our ship is about to come here and provide relief to the system. After which you can turn the tide on purple, wherever purple is. I'm not even sure how purple found me to attack me. Like, it's a very strange game. Very enjoyable though.
Why are you knocking around?
Request alliance. That'll be the next step. That's obviously... You should probably always go for peace first, because when you're at peace with a peaceful nation, like the Sophons, they will gradually warm up to you, and then they'll accept your alliance later in the game. So, they like technology, we're going to offer that to them. I mean, we can pick up other stuff, but it costs more influence, and that's what we're choked on at the moment.
Alright, we're not inviting you into the labs yet, but it's a step in the right direction.
Cool. Showing the art of realpolitik, declare war one moment, make peace the next. Alright, let's just look at. So we chose the moral road and made friends with the weird creature. Cool. And now that we've made friends with the weird creature, we have to think about what we should do. So the issue... Excuse me, feel free to pause so you can read it. So the issue in the story at the moment is that the plague on Korra's, our home universe, continues to spread. And tensions grow between us, the viceroy of the expedition there, and the rulers of Korra's. And there's no... So the decision is, how do we use our friend Anna Jinx to plan for the future? We can assign Anna Jinx to a fleet, and make Anna Jinx our admiral, and this sets us up to fight against the Communion and consolidate our power. The belief that our viceroy has is that they're more qualified to lead the Riftborn, given that they have better knowledge of this universe. Or we can try and use Anna Jinx to study the Rift. And the reward is minus diplomatic cost reduction, which is nice. That the reward for this is minus 30% ship cost on systems, which is, to be honest, this is just better than this. We don't have ways to leverage influence later in the game as much as other factions. We're not playing UE, for instance, United Empire. So, and this is quite easy to achieve. For this, we'd have to invest in trade companies, which is something you'd probably want later in the game anyways, but it will just take a bit longer. And the endgame rewards for the Riftborn quest are quite considerable. We're already behind on our quest. So, I think I want to pick up Scrap Kings. And... Alright, the useful leverage is coming in. And we can just split off part of this fleet. For next turn, we probably want to just pick up low fleet fortitude. Just to make actually it costs too much. We could... I'm just going to pick up fleet fortitude, so next turn we come in here, we take out these ships with minimal losses, we reassign Anna Jinx. We don't actually have to make Anna Jinx into an admiral, though Anna Jinx is a decent admiral. Here, bonus hull and fleet. There are a lot of upgrades in this tree that make Anna Jinx better at fighting, like these two. And these bonuses aren't that great because we don't really support foreign populations that well. Just naturally for the Riftborn, it's quite difficult to make room for them. And bonus fleet movement is huge on fleets. Shield absorption on ships. Reassigned. That's okay. So, I think Anna Jinx would make a decent admiral. Wait. I think we've already assigned skill points there. And we've already assigned skill points here. And there are some surfons left. We can replace them with better populations. Now this is a side quest. Let's just see what this has. It gives you some free technology, which is always nice. This has good science and industry. Less good food. We'd have to invest more in food to get this one. Investing in food is not something we want to do. Investing in science is something we definitely want to do. I'm going to pick up this. At the end, we'll get around to technology. This is a minor quest. I'm not going to go for the story. Not that interested in that at the moment. We're going to pick up machine embodiments and then go for Denmark University. In which order? Is this more industry? I think we want to pick up more industry. At the moment. Does that change anything? Does it add anything to our clock? Not really. These are better on sterile. There they are. We can go straight for Denmark University. It's really strong. This is something you really only pick up if you're an industrious nation. We could actually go for Endless Research Park and Endless World earlier. Gives us extra dust on science. But I feel like Denmark University will then snowball us into picking up these wonders. You can only one civilization can have these wonders at a time, by the way. But since we're one of the strongest industrial nations, we'll probably pick them up sooner rather than later. And now we are at peace with the.
We like you, but that doesn't mean we're on speak.
Yeah, we're at peace with the Surfons, which is nice. And we'll probably make Anna Jinx into an admiral, but we don't have to choose now. We can choose once this fleet arrives here. Then we can make a sub-fleet, assign Anna Jinx, and then pick up that quest reward, which is going to be improved ships. We probably want to use ships to control the other empires in this game. We're not facing Cravers, but still, like, it's always good to knock down other empires, stop them from winning as fast as they can. Again, it sometimes tells you you're not using your heroes properly, but sometimes it's correct to wait. We definitely want to improve our influence. Alright, and send that fleet ASAP. I believe it probably cancelled our law.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, see, they're very friendly when they're at peace. It tells you this way before it's really relevant. Alright, battleship, hull absorption. This should be a quick bite. Awesome, science agreement, nice. Something I would have offered. Oh, they blasted one of the siege ships. Speaking of Assad, I'm sorry. And here's another fleet we can destroy. Hull plating. Yeah, hopefully they retreat. I'm not actually keen on losing ships, so make it harder to complete our quest. Though, okay, fleet movers are down. Slightly annoying. But now we'll have reinforcements for this ground battle later. I'm just going to draft one more time to make sure we don't lose the system. And now we're going to have support of the skies. We can make a new fleet out of just this artillery ship. And then assign a Jinx. And then we complete this quest. We pick up Scrap Kings, a really nice lore. And now we pick up our final quest. So the starting quests for the Riftborn are really hard. The later quests are really easy to do. I wish it was somewhere in the middle. We can decide to go for Brains of a Bucks again. We don't have enough influence to support a really nice lore set though. Scrap Kings is better than low fleet costs by a lot. So that's nice. Nice to have this without costing influence too. I'm just going to go Brains of a Bucks. I'll switch to Scrap Kings as soon as we have to produce fleets. So the day is finally okay. So the Communers ordered the evacuation of Koros. Feel free to pause. And as you see here, I fear most will not survive here. The Viceroy is thinking about, or we are thinking about, taking control of our species or the Riftborn's destiny. And it talks about a Craver who lops off its own arm to keep fighting in the battle, showing the kind of desperation and tenacity that is required in this universe. We can think about different tactics. So cooperate means we submit to the communion and cede control to them in a way. That's not quite what happens. And this requires that we're engaged in pacifist foreign politics, no wars. And we get integrated shells. And there's another bonus that comes after this, which gives us bonus dust, which would be nice if we're going for economic victory on our populations. And this is basically... it also gives us minus construction costs for new populations, but also increased manpower efficiency. Then we can disobey, which means we lock out the gate back to Koros. More or less commit genocide against the rest of our kind to maintain our stronghold in this universe and our grip on this universe. That's the militar's choice. Increases manpower conversion efficiency a lot. But I always liked Evacuate because chassis optimization reduces unit conversion cost, and manpower isn't a huge issue later in the game. And I think I can't remember what the bonus is you get after this. But it also feels like somehow it feels like a middle ground somehow, like between these options. You don't submit to the inexperienced communion, but you don't let your people die either, or like some of your people left on Koros die. Instead, you imprison the communion, maintaining control, but also evacuate. I mean, mostly I just like this bonus a lot. I just want to build my forces higher, but I feel like lore-wise, this is it's still a harsh thing to have to do, but it feels like a fitting choice somehow. I don't recommend imprisoning people at all, but it's better than this somehow. And look, honestly, I just like the bonus. Let's go with that one. It's the first one I picked the first time I played through. Here you can read it if you like. So together we have to possess 4 systems of level 3 or higher. Other reasons not to choose the other 2. Increasing manpower capacity is not something that's that easy or useful. And not being at war is something we can't really afford at this point. I think we have to really think about controlling other civilizations. And the best way to do that is to have fleets and harry them. So you need to possess 4 systems of level 3 or higher. We have luxury resources, we just need to think about how we're going to use them. So what are we producing very quickly? Red Sang? No. Blue Cap Mold? Yes. Ionic Crystals? Yes. Transvine? A bit less. And Dark Glitter. Bonus manpower is nice. We can think about level 3. To get level 3, we're going to have to switch back to this side of the tree. We probably want to pick up different exploitations for these. And also gas plant. Then it's really nice. But we'll think about it after. We'll see how long it will take to get culture on shock. That's something we probably want, because I'm guessing people won't be the happy once the colony thing wears off. Got a new upgrade. Happiness. That system was unhappy as far as I remember. That's probably the reason why I got that hero. And now we assigned another skill for our first admiral. We still want to hold the fort here. This is a warship. Yeah, we can actually offer alliances.
Greetings, cubed. Dude.
I'm not sure what terms they'd like. Oh no, we can't. We're too influence poor. For some reason, the machine embodiment's so annoying. Why did they do that? We can pick up luxuries just to make everyone happy. Just pick everything up at this point. Like, what's the cost? I mean, the cost is a little bit of dust, but we have enough to go around. Pelvis production. I always thought this was pelvis production, to be honest. And National Museum. So at this point, we're sort of like picking up all of those things. We want to get extra science buildings. I've been neglecting that a bit. Like graviton shielded laboratories. And Wave function control. Those are both nice. Let's pick those up at some point. So we have our eye on those, and we also have our eye on these ones. And we'll slowly upgrade our systems to level 4. Or relatively rapidly. And it's probably something we want to prioritize, to be honest. Because that quest is very nice, but I'm just worried about our happiness taking a dive after this colony bonus wears off. Nose dive. Infinite supermarkets? Good. Right. No, we can get infinite supermarkets first. This is still from ownership, yeah. Okay. And we have a singularity left. Singularity. English is really hard, guys. Really difficult. Muses is like the unluckiest system ever. Let's put it on your menu. Do we have a hero here? Yes. Always make sure you have heroes. Slap both of these. We want to put Spin Project on them. Make sure we produce some influence. And yeah. I still want to think about getting peace with the Volters relatively quickly. Again, influence pressure is an issue. It's not huge at the moment. We have to think about it though. I have so many games where just influence pressure slowly eats away at me. But it's good. We have the system over there which is slowly being influence converted. Well, it's not being influence converted yet because we don't have the influence conversion upgrade. But it's slowly putting pressure on it. Taking some influence pressure off us. Cool. New technology. What do you want? Industry. I mentioned industry was good. Cooperation protocol. This is good if you have a lot of influence. We don't, so we're not going to get it. Wellbeing Foundation, also really good. Autonomous Administration, also really good if you have influence. I just want it for the culture unshock though. I sense that happiness is going to dive. And then this is something I want to prioritize too.
Good to see you're making something of yourselves.
Oh, they want an alliance. That's good. I want an alliance. I don't want to give the influence for the alliance, but Cetus. Let me just check out Cetus. Protect system. Yeah, we're getting reinforcements on the fleets. Very nice. Let's just look at Cetus. Where is Cetus? Poor Muses. It's being slowly decimated. Cetus probably wants industry. Yeah, science goes down a bit, but yeah, whatever. And we have machine embodiments. What do we want? Do you want desert? We can get another lava, but extra dust production doesn't hurt. Yeah. And the magnetics. Fuel generators? No, it doesn't do that much on the system. No anomalies. Alright. As soon as one of these wears off, we replenish it. That's what titanium is for. Hyperium is just for sale. Oh, a hero got snatched up. Well, we could have picked up that hero. Maybe it was worth it. Wasn't really a great hero, but hero is hero, you know. Governor's governor. And culture. After you pick up culture and vertex, I'm going to go back. Picking up extreme atmospherics, neurorobotics, and whatever else we need. There's so many good upgrades in this. This is nice for behemoths, to be honest. I'll think about it. I'll blast them out of the sky. Not them. Them. That's a battleship. Oh shit. Maybe I picked up more than I could shoot. Never mind. We really need to get better ships. Let me see about that. Now the reason I wanted to pick the coordinator class... Ah, here it is. They have maths names. It's really cool. The reason we want to pick up the coordinator class is that it's just has better engines. Engines are good. Laser. And the hunter class for this faction has just guns, no engine slots. It's kind of ridiculous. And here we can pick up engines, make this really fast. We can think about something else. Kinetic supporter. Nano repair bots is probably good with Guardian. Yeah. Bonus on plating and shields. This gives us health bonus after battle? Maybe not that great. You can never have too many engines. Engines are just good. No engines. Okay, and now we'll just make another one. It's important to diversify your weapon suite a bit. We can think about having a bomber. A bomber might be better than missiles. Missiles look better, but bombers are quite solid. Maybe it's just better to have lasers or kinetics. Let's try it out. And we might want to... These are supposed to be standalone ships that we can get to this breakpoint quickly. It looks like we're sort of coming under fire there, so it might be something we have to do. Let's build one of those ships. Clearly the laser ship is the one I value the most. Yeah, just build a ship. Send it over there. Not the biggest deal. Let's see, what would it take to make peace with the Volters? What did we do to you? We just randomly parked a fleet near your border. It was for self-defense, though. Self-defense. Okay, do you like this? No, they're mad at us. Well, let's see if that abates soon. Hopefully. I think they're probably winning the influence fight. Yeah, they are. That's why we need Spin Project and National Museum here. And then we can start pumping out machine embodiments again. Alright. So the plan is pick up Culture and Shock, pick up Tier 3, get Tier 3 advanced infrastructure, and once we have that, we get that construction bonus for basic population. We're off to the races. Alright. I think, can we reassign Energix? No, we cannot yet. It's gonna be sad. It's just a sort of a system where we have almost everything we need already. Ideally, like the thing about Alliance is that they can no longer influence pressure you. I mean, the AI will stop making demands of you and stuff. And peace is the best way to get to an Alliance. Alright. Very nice. Okay. How well are they doing? Happiness bonus? But minus influence. Bullshit. We need the influence. Let's go with that. This happens all the time. It really doesn't mean anything at this point. We can draft. We have all of these fleets in orbit though. It should be fine. Yeah, we're slowly pushing them back. They're preemptive bombing with what ships? What ships? Alright, we're picking up a laser in that system very soon. We'll just send it over there. Heroes. We don't have any heroes available. We can think about picking up luxuries that we need. Ionic Crystal? How much does that cost? Costs quite a lot. But we're getting quite a lot too. But Dust Glitter. Ionic Crystal is better on the economy, but this is going to be better for manpower. Which is a big weakness. And we produce 5 a turn versus 3.5. I'm actually not sure. Maybe we'll just go with Dust Glitter. Or Dark Glitter. My bad. Come up. In preparation. Did I sign the points on Energix? I think I did. No, I didn't. Well, we will as soon as it becomes relevant. Reassign skills here. Oh, what did I get Muses to build? I forgot. Just more machine embodiments. Yes! Got culture jam centers. For what that's worth. Do we need to draft? No, we can just protect the system. This is really annoying. We should upgrade our tanks again. Wouldn't be the worst. Oh, we can pick up another compressions. No, we need more dust. Punished! Oh well. The system is still being invaded. Holy crap. These people have gone through some shit, I'm telling you that. And after this, we can just pick up culture jam on this system. I really do want that science. I've been in war mode for a while, and potentially I left my economy behind a bit. Still, turn 65. We're not doing badly. Again, the AI is always going to outscore you at some point. But as long as you keep pace, you can maneuver to find yourself in a good position. Some of the truly busted factions can outstrip the AI really quickly. But for most factions, you're going to have to play it smart. Bonus industry and... or flat science. I'm feeling like flat science is probably best. I'm also feeling like... okay, the academy leveled up. I'm not drafting anymore. I value my population. What? Erasure and Sophons formed an alliance. We could join that alliance.
Greetings, Cubed. Dude!
How do they feel about alliance? Maybe they can give us some stuff? What do you have that I want? Dark Latter. Dark Latter. English is too difficult, friends. No, they're not giving that up. Antimatter? They already have Orichalcix. They must be prioritizing that side of the tree. We could offer them an alliance. And then we'll have an alliance. You can always leave the alliance later when you think you're going to win. Why not? I hope I should have checked. The usual barrage of complete bullshit.
You don't want to hurt us harmless often. Ratio remains appreciated.
Desperate acts for desperate times.
What? Are we at war with you? Damn it!
It is in the spirit of
Okay, good. We're randomly at war with them and them now. We should probably offer
Let us
peace.
see if we can trust your words.
I really wish the alliance options let you choose which sides you would war with peace. Oh, the Cravers are in the game! No wonder they are pacing everyone. They're not doing as well as they normally do. But yeah, Cravers' ridiculous score increase. You saw it here first. Super Spuds, J-Donix, Neutron Star, no. Everyone's close to achieving conquest victory all the time. What else are we picking up? These turns are going to be a bit slower, just because that's the nature of the end game. Or the later game. Lots of decisions. Little time. I might start playing a bit faster. Alright, so we've constructed the strongest alliance in the galaxy, I guess. Actually, now that I've thought about it, I'd rather want Energix as a... Do I need another fleet commander is the question. I don't currently need another fleet commander. I can think about putting Energix in as a governor. And we can pick up the good fleet command skills on the way. We don't really need this. Like, it's not that good. So we're just gonna pick these up. And we'll assign him as a governor for now until we need another fleet commander. Though maybe, actually... Oops, now I feel like a fool. Where's our next fleet? Actually, when we pick up the next fleet, we can just take everything, send it there. Did I accidentally cancel my warship? Maybe look for it. Ah, here it is. Where are you? Oh, you're here. Okay, you're coming here. Cool. So, I changed my mind. I'm assigning him to that. And I'm going to upgrade this ship to have engines. These engines matter so much. Lasers. Currently have a pair of lasers, is the best we can do. Actually, we can't upgrade that fully. I'm not sure why I can't upgrade this anymore. Okay. That was broke. Alright, next turn. We're pretty broke. Toys for boys. And we're still getting the happiness from colony base. I'm not oh, never. Oh! This is the colony base. I thought that was the happiness from. That was so confusing. I thought that was the happiness from Beachhead Bylaw. Not that Beachhead Bylaw is bad by any means. I'm just. Yeah, it hasn't been doing any work for us recently. Well, you live and you know, right? So. What do we do? They want us to attack there, and we'll think about it as soon as we have enough fleets. This system is basically up and running. We're just going to pick up these improvements, then start like pushing out warships. Once we get our economy going, we can go for more economy, go back into military a bit to attack other factions. I mean, I think we kind of lean on our alliance for a bit. We don't have to devote a lot into military. Oh, by the way, the bonus for the Riftborn is that wormhole travel consumes nearly half the ship's remaining movement. And we get 50% bonus industry. Those are nice population bonuses. Good lord. We can improve the remnants population. We don't really want them though. I mean, space racism. Forgive me. Let's check the system. Good. This game teaches you to do some horrible things like declare war on people, manage your population. Possess more core planets is the Riftborn sort of factional quest. Don't really need that at the moment though. Almost have culture and vertex, that should make happiness a lot better. Then we go back to here, pick up all these important economic things. Commercial frameworks is nice for an economic game. I don't think our allies are gonna. Oh, this is important. I'm gonna pick that up. Pick it up fast. I do want to start exploiting resources though. It is important to get the higher tier strategics because they're important for higher tier upgrades. We're just going to send our first fleet out. This is these ships are kind of garbage at the moment. Just send them out scouting. It's probably over here. We don't have to engage with them, but wouldn't hurt. And now we want to think about making peace with the Volters. It's better to make peace with factions in alliance, I assume, because our AI partners might go a bit haywire. What is happening? Nebula clouds. Oh, that's nice. That's always nice. A bit of fits bonus. The way you claim those is to basically let your influence area go over them. Only happens later in the game though. It's not something you really plan around, to be honest. The bonuses are normally quite small. Okay, colonizable. This takes 22 turns. No thank you. And we'll pick that up. We'll fill this planet up pretty soon. Alright, defending that. Gotcha. Next turn we'll defend it. And by next turn I mean this turn, obviously. Cool. The AI starts making demands of you nowadays. At times annoying, at times really cool. We're basically picking up all the battlefield. There's two kinds of commanders basically, and some of the best commanders are both. The ones that make your ship fleet faster, and the ones that make your ship fleet, as opposed to the other kinds of fleets. The ones that make them faster, and the ones that make them more dangerous. And there's value to be had in both. And some of the best commanders, like the Hisho commanders, can just do both at the same time. It's kind of ridiculous.
Speak. Let us see if we can trust your words.
Alright. Come on. No! Why? Be friends with me! Don't attack me, please. Well, they'll probably let us know before they attack us. They're those kind of people. At least they are consistent. That's what we like to see, you know, random minor populations. Racist Riftborn. To be fair, they're terrified of other races. That makes them xenophobes? At least according to my little brother. In the truest sense of the word. Don't need a machine. Oh, we need more machine coordinates. That's fine. We're about to pick up Denmark University, which is going to be amazing. Give us a huge FIDSI bonus. FIDSI, by the way, is the approximation for food industry, science, etc. Used by the developers, in case you were wondering. And we should get this quest then as well. I mean, the second part of that quest is a pain in the ass, I wouldn't do it. But, yeah, the free technology is free, you know? Are they happy with us that we complete one of their quests? Hopefully. This request system is stupid. The AI always like gets upset at you for not doing it, but then when you do it, they're like, well done. That's for if we're... Let's just pick up extra happiness. We don't need the extra food that much. My inner Stalinist showing again. Letting my people starve. Okay. Shut down protests, pardon officers. How is this a downside? More pacifist ideology. Okay, here you could cheat better, but I want the honest policy bonus later. You get extra happiness because people know you're a good politician. Nice person. Okay, see, this is nice about having allies. They can't just move for us, or they can move for our systems. We're seeing a fleet there though, so we might wanna pop a couple of laser ships or bomber ships, to be honest. Just keep up some production. It is really annoying though. Let's look. Are they losing the war quite badly? No, we're losing the war.
Test my patience contacting the Empire.
Oh, always testing. Oh, they want to negotiate here. Wait, let me see what systems they have. Yeah, they seem scared.
This had better be good.
Maybe you do want to besiege them first. Nah, waste of our time. It's better to secure our borders.
Good. One meeting with you was already one too many today.
Ooh, sick burns. Sick burns. Wait, I remember Octans for a different game. No, they're not fans of giving Octans. It means it's probably pretty good. Now we can make use of pretty much everything. The problem is just getting your system established. That's why you need industry. It seems we have to beat them a bit harder for them to want to negotiate. Alright. I always like picking up planets, in case you haven't noticed. I am a bit greedy. A hungry little planet eater. That's colonizable. I want to pick that up. Level 2 modernization. We want to save there so we can get level 3. Oh, we did get culture on shock. So now, look, happiness is soared back up. That's great. And later in the game, once we have the resources required to get these, we can spend them. Yeah. Perfect negotiation is good if you're in an alliance. Not 100% necessary. We're getting more machine embodiments. At this rate, we'll have all the machine embodiments before we even get to the quest. Get that. Pick that up. And the gas planets. Nice. Oh, more ionic crystals. That's very cool. Thank you, Water. You're incredible. Cool. Now, what we really want to do is just defeat Zoltan AI quite quickly, so we can really focus on yellow. Again, this is one of those games where you gang up on the Cravers, because they're always winning on score. I mean, far be it from me to complain about balance, but... Okay, yeah, we could have got there. Whatever. Legendary needs aren't always my cup of tea. Okay, that's good. Again, remember, machine embodiments, they're weird. Weird stuff happens if your population grows. The AI just freaks out. That's to say the construction queue. Alright. We didn't get them to kill each other. Always nice. I mean, I count that as a win. Laser ship. This is Hull. Hopefully that works out in our favor. I thought it would when I thought about it. But it's a hunter. So, oh, it's a coordinator, never mind. Oh, we won. Easily. Easy! That being said, we're not doing that hot. We really need to build some more warships. Let's just pop out another warship. Again, I value engines on warships more than anything. But I think that's a bit strange, but really, like, the biggest issue of warships in this game, apart from winning fights, is that you have to be able to reach the place you want to reach. Like, the best ships in the world are really useless if they're really slow. Doesn't really matter if I can beat you in the fight if I can't get to the fight in the first place. Think of it like supply lines or something. This is extra happiness. Don't need it. Actually, does this stack? It might stack. I hope it doesn't stack. Oh, we're at war? Shit! Who decided that? Okay. We don't want to have a time on this quest. We want to just get it whenever. I think this is a bit better than Entertainment. What the fuck is this even? Okay.
Do not press us too far.
What? I didn't declare war!
Do not mistake.
Classic alliances. This is the big downside of using alliance. They never consult you about anything. I think they should change that. I mean, I love this game, like, a lot, but there are some things where it's like, I could have changed that. Would have probably been better. That in combat, I wish there were more tactics to it. It's something I mostly ignore, actually. I mean, it's not supposed to distract from the main. Come on, you assholes. Stay away from me. My allies are getting too ambitious here. Dropship. We can negotiate a truce with them, I think. They might be scared of us. Hopefully they are. Oof.
Speak. I will listen and watch carefully.
Please accept this. Oh, that's nice. And they can even give us something. Sweet. Iron crystals. How about that? How about that? We really want this resource, to be honest. It's really good. It's not as good as Blue Cap Mold, but like what is? Blue Cap Mold is completely busted. Somehow the AI values this more than Blue Cap Mold because reasons. Alright, sweet. We just randomly got Blue Cap Mold for influence. I'm down with it. And now we have enough influence. That's nice. Let's see how those things work. Let me let me just offer the trees.
Rare problem.
Do they not want it now? My hubris. My hubris. No, okay. Let's get 3. Now, come on, please accept it now. I'm gonna be so sad. Why are you mad at me? What did I do to you? It's such a good thing I'm not a diplomat. Good for everyone. Alright, we have successfully gotten to Mark University. Nice fancy boost. Everything is looking up. No heroes in the marketplace. That's a bit sad. But you know, can't have everything. Now, we have enough resources to upgrade lots of systems. Once we pick this up. We probably want to pick up more Blue Cap Mold. Where can I find it? Where you at? Blue Cap Mold is so good. I mean, J-Donix is better in the early game, but I think Blue Cap Mold is at least as good, if not better, later in the game. Just such a strong resource. And now we have that and Dark Glitter, we can really go ham. Once we pick up these resources here. I just want AI labor a lot. It's really good on hot and sterile planets. And colonizing Terran, random upside. I possibly should have looked which planets we still need to colonize. More machine embodiments. This system is still taking a while to get. We probably want to pick this up, to be honest. I mean, just keep besieging, like, why not? We want to force them into an unfavorable truce.
You test my patience contacting the Empire.
This is a post-truce button, is basically the bane of, like, every Cravers playthrough I make. I attack and then suddenly force truce. I don't have enough influence to stop them. Oof. Alright, as soon as it looks a bit oh, it does look a bit annoying there. Maybe we want to force truce. Or get them to accept the truce.
This better be good. One meeting with you was already one too many today.
Sick burn! Sick! We don't want to divert our attention from... So now that we've set up an alliance, I feel like the plan is to steer the game towards a bit of an economic portion. We build up, and then we go back to fleets and attack the Cravers, stop them from winning. Hopefully I can convince my allies not to attack other factions. We'll just try and make peace with them as soon as the truce wears off. And I don't know about this system. I mean, this faction, Lumeris. They're good trading partners. It'd be nice to have. But how Lumeris doing? They're doing reasonably well. Actually, not even that well. They can't really threaten our alliance. So this is the main thing. Use allies to readdress the power balance in the galaxy. And you will find it much easier to win. Even if your early game production isn't that good. Not that ours isn't good, but we're really being helped out here by strategic allies. And also the other nice thing about allies is that these influence zones are no longer, like, they would be killing us if we were at Cold War and at peace. They just make demands of us and take over our systems eventually. Like the slow death by influence, but yeah, not that bad when you're having friends.
Tell us what you plan.
Oh, I like the Cravers, they look so cool. Also, the bane of every endless playthrough. Next time, be sure to get rid of the Cravers.
Sign the deal.
Nah, we're not pissed them off. We have to fight with them at some point. Sign the deal. Not sure if I'm scared or not. Is it scary or is it funny? I guess it's scary if these things are real. In 2 turns, we pick up this. We pick up our faction quest. We find producing. At that point, we'll be able to set up our systems way faster. It's possible I should learn how to rush out the faction quest way sooner, so that I can get that upgrade earlier when it's more potent. It's not like it's ever going to be bad. Like, don't get me wrong, it's always going to be good. But it'll be better the sooner you get it. Blah 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 blah. Bloody blah. Engines are the best thing on fleets ever. I'm having a bit of a problem overemphasizing engines. No, we don't need as much machine embodiments. We can use the spaceport actually. And construct. Though we want to do other things on our main system, to be honest. Compression. Oh. How dare they. And we don't have enough dust to slap a 3rd one. Huh? Who cares? We get predictive logistics? Predictive. Language hard. And then we're going to pick up, I guess, Intergalactic. Endless Research Park. Yeah. Predictive logistics, in case you didn't know, gives you 80 bonus industry of 4 planets. Very nice, pretty solid at this point. I think I'm going to go for the wonders first, just because those are harder to... Well, if other players get them, then you're never getting them, basically. So now the game is sort of settled, we have a nice diplomatic situation going on. This is really the thing you want to do past the early game. You want to set yourself up diplomatically to steer the game in your favor. And we're going to complete the first stage of the final Riftborn quest next turn. I think I'm going to stop like turn 75 or something. At that point we can start thinking about how to play the end game. Oh, nice. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself and the computer. Nice. At some point, assigning skills becomes tedious, but not yet. Skills are great. Huh. Deposit value? It's always nice. I'm not actually sure what's in the system, but I don't really care that much. I'm not that into min-maxing in the end game. I will let you know. Actually, we can pick ionic crystals instead of this. We need 40 versus 75. And how many? We need 3. Thing is, we need to buy. The important thing is not Harishams. I didn't ask for this. The important thing is not the long term so much as how quickly can we get everything up. Because we know we're gonna have both of them in the long term. We need like 30 ionic crystals. I suspect we're not going to need this. We're never going to need red sign. Like food. Who needs that? What? What? We're going to spend like 30 of this. Really important to use the marketplace to get the strategics, luxuries you need. Or whatever you need, to be honest. Now we can use these. Oh, I forgot. We need more dark litter. If we go this way. Actually, let's go with the max science boost. We don't need this quite yet. Should have probably thought that through. Alright. We can sell some transfine. I don't think happiness is going to be a huge issue. I could have punched in the numbers. Whatever. More blue cap more? We may have to wait a turn to get all the blue cap mold we need. Which systems have a lot of peoples in them? This one does. I just does. Which other system? I've been neglecting our growth a bit, it should have been higher. Can we even get a third one? No, that doesn't even have a second. Never mind. Denham has. And we need 75. How much blue cap mold do we have? We only have 30, that's embarrassing. We need to buy a lot. Let's just give it like a turn. Yeah. We do really need a lot of money to get this quest done. So, now that we've picked that up, we might want to get... That probably means there's some of this lying around. I mean, those are nice to get, so you just get the strategics eventually. Or we can go to the high levels, extra luxury resources. Or curiosities, rather. Or we can get these quick science upgrades. There's something I really want, which is the F Reality Institute. I didn't write this game. It is literally called the F Reality Institute. But it's also as amazing as the name suggests. I want to pick up Behemoth Tech, just so we can get these strategic resource generators. We have crust engineering, and we have this, whatever that's called. And we're only getting adamantium. We're not getting any antimatter. And you really do want antimatter later in the game. Cool. Economy trade level 4. Again, the T upgrades for getting extra science really paying off. We can look at the victory screen at this point. We're winning on science. Well, everyone's winning on science, I guess. We're winning on conquest. Primacy score. Who's winning on economy? I'm not actually sure. Well, it doesn't look like any faction is clearly like owning the game at the moment. Here we merge these. Now we have a fast, powerful fleet. This fleet is still quite slow. Kind of bad. We probably do want to pull them up over here though. And we can think about offering peace. They come off truce in a couple of turns. They come off truce in a couple of turns. When they do, want to offer peace to the Volters, I think. That's important here. Why did you answer any of my summons? So much less demanding than you. Yeah, cool. Oh, by the way, I love being friends with Horatia because...
Greetings. Hearing from you is pleasing. Like unexpectedly seeing our reflection.
Horatia's voice lines are the best. Alright. Let us end the turn. Hopefully we can buy some blue cap mold. Pick up that nice science improvement in our system improvements. Her still hasn't been claimed. I wonder why. Maybe it's because it sucks. Wait, what is on her? Oh, huge gas hot. Something we can use. Yeah, actually, I want that. Huge gas. What extra blue cap mold? I want to buy it. Buy 10. 45, need 75. I'm going to have to sell some stuff. Sell Hyperium. Hyperium is cheap. So, Dust Litter's Dark Litter. But everything's called dust in this game. Everything. Dark Litter isn't so cheap. 10. Let's just wait. I said I was going to 75, but I kind of do want to get this last one. So this is our fast fleet. We can quickly send them over there. See, engines. Really good. Really important. It matters so much more than... we can actually pick up a good law now. You know, a wizard is never late, noisy early, but ideally, you need to arrive on time. Or precisely when you need to. Optics Research Lab. Gravity Research Lab. Very nice. Wormholes. Also kind of nice. Moonbase Alpha. UK Habitats. These are also kind of neat. I guess we go for F Reality Institute. Rip Singularity. These are cool. I'm not gonna lie, these are awesome. I haven't really played around with them too much, but yeah. Also, what else is awesome is this personal singularity. You can... It basically gives an incremental dust advantage every turn. Which generally like snowballs until late in the game, where you're getting insane amounts of dust. But to get that, you have to be quite sure that the game is going to go very long. And we might plan to win it for like a science victory or something. Though it's probably worth getting, to be honest. Once we get an improved science. Omdor? Where's Omdor? How happy is Omdor? Omdor's not very happy. Let's make them happy. Veto this bullshit law. Oh wait, war! Yes! Who are they? Oh wait, what? What? How? What are you doing? I don't want to declare all these people.
Unsure if
No. Okay, truce.
only harmony.
Suggest terms. Please accept the truce. Justice is still getting strong. Yeah! This is the big issue of having an alliance. They do random shit. And you have to control the damage sometimes. Talitha. Predictive logistics. Another reason why we like titanium. Predictive logistics is good. Da-dee-da-dee-da. So good. I should probably go for all my systems and pick up predictive logistics everywhere. Sorry, I somehow made it for university without being able to speak English properly. Cool. How much do we have? 5 away. Just 5. Excellent. And now we can pick that up. Why is this? What is happening? We can pick that up on another system. Maybe Deneb. We have a decent amount of population on Deneb. And once we pick that up, in 2 turns, our economy is going to be quite amazing. In that we can very quickly ramp up our population. And now sort of the spot where we want to think about expanding again. We're one of those. We're not a federation. This is kind of the big difference between government types. The main one is federation gets extra expansion dose removal reduction for every hero they have. So federation is really more that sort of mass expansion strategy. While other factions like Republic, you want to build up your systems. Suits the Riftborn style because most of your systems are going to be pretty decent, to be honest. But to expand more, we want to get autonomous administration. And we need level 4 systems for that. And that could be a bit of an issue because of how bad our luxury deposits are. I mean, I find leveling up luxury is always an issue. Possibly I'm not prioritizing things that increase luxuries. Slag and Sludge Shatter. It's probably something I want to pick up, actually. After these. And the explanation, who cares? Alright, we're about to finish the quest. We can do these wonders in 2 turns at this point. Kind of surprising nobody's picked them up yet. And we're really set at this point. A small detour through conflict. has sort of pulled us back to a normal route. We're just doing normal Riftborn stuff at this point. Like having a very strong economy. Oh, that's nice. We want that. And in general, I think we're doing quite well in this spot. We've built up an alliance that will let us challenge more powerful empires like the Cravers, which are always more powerful. And we've, through clever political maneuvering, put ourselves in the position to, later in the game, knock down the most powerful empire. This is already planning ahead like 30 turns or something, but it's something you start to get better at if you play lots of games at this difficulty. And I think I'll stop the recording here. Join us again for the next session as we complete the Riftborn quest, set ourselves up for the end game, and think about what tech decisions we can make at this point. Probably want to pick up more strategics, think about going into the new and very powerful Obliterator tech from the latest DLC, think about picking up more influence if we can't make alliance with with our neighbors. And yeah, propel ourselves into the final phase of the game. Thanks for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to support this playthrough and more playthroughs by subscribing.